What's up guys, and welcome back to my Lorethrough series. I was planning to move on to the second half of the game today, but then I realized that we forgot to tie up quite a lot of loose ends. So today, I will present those loose ends in an overview of all the aftermath of Morgoth's and Rykard's death. If you end up enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe, as I tried to make one of these every week. When we defeated Morgoth, 2 seals were broken. We will talk about the other one in a future video, but one of them was the one that led us to the Forbidden Lands and the mountaintops of the Giants. With this seal broken, Alexandra and Millicent, who previously told us they were planning to head there, along with some other NPCs, make the journey there. We'll meet those once we get there ourselves, but for now, I'd like to focus on Nepheli Lu. We first met Nepheli in Stormveil Castle, where she offered to help us challenge Godric. After a brief visit to the Round Table Hold, her foster father Gideon sends her to the village of the Albinorics to help him find the Halictree medallion half. This left her devastated and broken, as she learned that her father had enacted such an awful tragedy there. As she refused to follow his orders, Gideon cast Nepheli out, at which point we had the choice to either give her the potion that Selvus has sent us to give her.
Is that potion what I think it is? Bloody Selvus. I suppose he's up to something again. Oh, I won't interfere. You go ahead and do what you must. The Round Table has no code to speak of. But I ask you this. Are you really going to do the bidding of that twisted dolly botherer? Or would you rather hand that potion to me and see if we can't get one over on the bastard? Well, I won't force you, but I think your plan would be a dreadful waste. She's not herself right now, and though I have no need of her, she still has potential. Certainly more value than she'd have as a bloody puppet.
Medicine, is it? Fine. I'll take a dose. Perhaps it'll do me some good. It's very sweet, isn't it? And very...
Or the Stormhawk King ashes, which we found in the Chapel of Anticipation.
Is that ash? I can smell the ancient storm in it. My thanks. I'll gladly take it. I'm not like Roderica. I don't feel the presence of spirits, let alone see them. Still, this ash, it reminds me of my first hawk. Thank you.
Obviously, if we gave her Selvus's potion, she became a puppet, which we could find on Pydia's body later in Selvus's quest. But until Morgoth's defeat, nothing has happened since we gave Nepheli the Stormhawk King back in the Liurnia section of this series. The Stormhawk King's description says, "Ashes of a hawk, revered by all others as sovereign back in the days when Stormveil's winds still raged like no other. This ancient monarch is proud, however, refusing to answer anyone's summons." We also know, thanks to the hawk crest wooden shield, that the symbol of Stormveil actually used to be a hawk. The fact that she now owns this Stormhawk King's ashes, together with her wielding Stormhawk's axes, and her descent from Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, has apparently caught the attention of Kenneth Haight, who, all the way since our Limgrave section, has been looking for a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave. After Morgoth's defeat, Nepheli is declared ruler of Stormveil and Limgrave, and we can visit her in the Stormveil Castle throne room.
It's been some time. I must thank you for your aid. I told Father I would be with him no longer. I remembered the vow I took when I first became a warrior, so many moons ago. This land is much like the one from which I hail. I will call upon the storm to drive away the foulness that has settled on the winds. Again, I am Nepheli Lu, warrior. Some call me by the title of Lady, but I remain the same woman underneath, though I have now abandoned my former guidance. I cannot express how much you've helped me. Should you become Elden Lord, I would gladly lighten your burden. Farewell, fellow warrior. I will remain to summon the storm, but your guidance and your fight surely lie elsewhere.
Ah, nice to see you after so long. Safe and sound, I take it, yes? Good. Ah, quite. I have indeed selected a new ruler. Lady Nepheli is strong and just, worthy of the burden of Limgrave's lineage. Such is the sincere opinion of I, Kenneth Height, no less. For the time being, I share command of the castle with my lady. But I plan on returning to my fort afterwards, at which time I can fulfill my old promise by raising you to the glory of knighthood. I hope it is just as wonderful as you imagine.
They even give poor old Gostog another job where he can keep doing his thing.
Ah, you is it? Haven't seen your mug in quite some time. As you can see, I'm the new lady's attendant. Freedom was worth squat. Besides, I like it round here. Lady Nepheli's still fair of heart and countenance. Still, I have the lady's trust, so I can loot all the corpses I like. I'll let you take a look at the goods if you fancy.
Gideon is also very happy that we helped Nepheli get back on her feet after the Albinoric village incident.
I hear you helped get the girl back on her feet. Though I'm not her foster father anymore, I'd still like to thank you. Sorry for the time you had to waste.
As we established at the end of last episode, after Rykard's death, all his servants leave the Volcano Manor. We covered all of their fates, apart from Diallos, whose brother we assassinated in Tanith's final request, although he doesn't know this, thankfully. We already got a small hint about what his true destiny is in his dialogue at the Volcano Manor.
I always resented these hands, their pale complexion, a far cry from any warriors, the shame of House Hoslow.
Hands like these, as we learned from the dialogue of Jarbairn.
Your skin isn't so smooth, is it? You need slick, slidey hands to be potentate, you know? I'm sorry, cuz, but I don't think you've got what it takes. What a shame.
Are needed in Jarberg to become a potentate, so that's exactly where we can find Diallos next.
Oh, hello again, cuz. Have you heard? A new potentate's come to the village. I think he said his name was Diallos. He seems a little down in the dumps, but his hands, as smooth as silk. I don't know. I'm a little disappointed, actually. Even though good Sir Diallos has a wonderful suit of armor, he says he isn't a warrior. And since he's a coward, he won't be fighting anymore. His smooth and silky hands feel nice when he pats us. But I wish we had a potentate big and strong like you.
Well, aren't you full of beans? No wonder you're covered in muck. Oh, my friend, it's been far too long. I have to say you caught me at a rather low point. But as you see, I've put all that behind me. Left the Volcano Manor, Forging my own path now, making my own choices. Even a fool like me can look after some simple jars. Do you pity me? Well, don't. I feel like for the first time in my life, I'm on the straight and narrow.
They're wonderful, Diallos. So smooth, silky.
Sadly, this straight and narrow doesn't last for very long, as at nighttime, the poachers, aka the depraved perfumers, strike, wounding Diallos fatally and smashing up all the jars, apart from Jar Baron, thankfully.
Oh, Cuz, I'm glad you came, but we're fine now. Diallos fought the poacher, though quite a lot of us got broken. I won't cry, though. I'm a warrior, Jar. A warrior. The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. That's the kind of warrior I want to be one day, Cuz. Even if I'm scared, I'll still fight to protect everyone.
All we can do now is choose whether or not we want to lie to him and tell him he succeeded in his heroic attempt to save the jars in his final moments.
You. Are the jars? Are they all right? Did I defend them? Then all is well. This fool proved his worth in the end. I see. I've been a fool to the last.
Regardless of our answer, Jar Baron does see Diallos as a hero and devours his corpse, hoping to gain Diallos' courage.
The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. That's the kind of warrior I'm going to be. One who protects everybody.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, as I try to upload one of these every week. I'll see you next time when we head back underground, this time for real. Bye bye.